Hello, I'm Joseph Napier Sr. I'm here today to do an interview with Reverend MANIGAULT and the MANIGAULT connection as it applies to the MANIGAULT family by marriage, and a story about, if you will, a Youngstown story and a connection to a little known family, but not so not known family, but really a famous family, I should say, from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm here on 5th Avenue in Youngstown, Ohio, and Mr. MANIGAULT, or Reverend MANIGAULT, I'll call you for the record, okay? What's your connection to the MANIGAULTs?
I am the firstborn of Wallace MANIGAULT and Arlene Dunn. Okay, now, my grandfather, William MANIGAULT, was married to my grandmother, Isabel MANIGAULT. But when my father came to Youngstown, he was Wallace Jerry Starks. But she married William MANIGAULT, and he took his name. And so after that, my mother, which was Arlene Dunn, was from Talladega, Alabama. Her first cousin was Prince's mother, which were Bakers.
Now, is this from the famous Prince Rogers Nelson and Prince fame, as we call it, Prince the Entertainer?
Right.
Okay.
But she had him when she was 15, and she gave him away for adoption. And that's the family that raised him, was his adopted family.
You got a picture that kind of ties the families together. Could you show me that picture right now?
That's my mother and my father.
Your mother and your father?
My father was from Glasgow, Kentucky. My mother was from Talladega, Alabama.
Oh, okay. As far as the MANIGAULTs go, okay, you can put your shirt down, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
How did you, were you born in Youngstown yourself?
I was born in 1937, July 12th.
Okay, here in Youngstown, right?
I'm the oldest of 8.
Okay, the oldest of 8. How many boys and girls were in your family?
There was 4 girls. 3 girls and 5 boys.
Okay. Did you guys grow up on the north side here, or was it the east side?
North side, but we originally was from the Monkey Nest. Okay. Which was the Riverbend area.
Yeah, how did the Monkey's Nest get that nickname? I heard a lot of stories about...
My grandmother, she lived on Eagle Street. The man over there raised monkeys.
Oh,
and
okay.
You had all nationalities lived over there. He used to sell them down on West Avenue when the circuses come in, down on the train station, down on West Avenue, and he sold them to Otto Park.
Oh, okay.
So that's how
the story,
of the Monkey Nest got the name of the Monkey Nest.
See, some of the stories I heard about the Monkey's Nest are what we call the River's Bend area, if you will, of Youngstown. Right. It used to be rumored that the Monkey's Nest was named because some monkeys had escaped from a circus train and made their way down into the immediate neighborhood, but that's not true.
Right.
You said that the monkey, the trainer, if you will, that they affectionately called the Monkey Man, he lived behind you, was a neighbor to the rear of you?
He lived on Eagle Street.
Okay.
And my grandmother and William MANIGAULT, they lived next door to him.
Okay. And the street you lived on, though, because you were the front street. What was the name of the street that you lived on? Was it?
We lived on Carwell.
Okay, you lived on Carwell.
But it adjoined to Eagle, and Eagle ran off Rayen.
Oh, okay.
And he lived next door to my grandmother, and he raised the monkeys.
Was this guy foreign by trade? Was he from another country originally?
He was Ukrainian.
Oh, okay, known as the Monkey Man.
Right.
Did he have kids about your age, or did he have any children?
I don't know whether he had kids or not.
Oh, wow. What high school did you graduate from, Mr. MANIGAULT?
D-Rayen High School,
D-Rayen.
Now,
you know a little bit of history. The D-Rayen High School was the city's first high school, which was opened in 1866, built by famed architect, black architect P. Ross Berry.
The one that I graduated from was built in 1912.
Oh, okay.
On Alameda.
Okay, what was the name of the Alameda school?
That was built in 1912.
Oh, okay. What's the name of that school?
D-Rayen.
D-Rayen?
Right.
So you call it Alameda.
They built that up there. Bonita, I mean.
Bonita. There you go. Now we got Bonita. It's on Bonita. Okay.
That was built in 1912.
That was Bonita School was actually the replacement to the original RAYEN school. I don't know if you remember that, but it was built in the 20s. It was the replacement school to the original RAYEN school, which opened its doors in 1866.
Right.
Because it was built by famed black architect and masonry gentleman by the name of P. Ross Berry, who, of course, in 2007 had a school named after him. Yeah, Lemuel Stewart was his business partner of P. Ross Berry.
God. To the 1954 undefeated Rand Tigers football team.
Wow, you guys' mascot was the Bengal Tigers? Was it?
Right. I was with 54, undefeated.
Okay.
And I coached the Northside Knights 16 years.
Wow.
In the Little League. And I retired and I went back to coach Still Valley Chargers 2 years.
Oh, okay. Hey, tell me a little bit something about the Youngstown and the Minneapolis connection and how the Prince Rogers Nelson family, how the family, if you will, the ties, the Youngstown ties with Minneapolis. How did she say?
His mother gave him away. She moved to Minneapolis, and she was a caseworker. That's where she died at. But then the family that raised him is the ones that moved over there to where he was at.
Right. Wow. Who would have known Minneapolis, Minnesota, Youngstown connection? Famed Prince Rogers Nelson, Prince of the Revolution, Prince the Entertainer, if you will, has by way, indirectly, some ties to Youngstown, indirectly. And see, fame or fortune or history is just all around us. It's something that we live every day.
Right.
Mr. Manigault, I thank you for sitting down with me today and talking about some of your high school history, the family Manigault history as it pertains to...
My grandmother came here from Glasgow, Kentucky.
She came from Glasgow?
In 1920.
Okay. Where are most of the Manigaults now? They moved to Texas and other areas, I understand?
Well, we have them in Texas, we have them in Georgia, we have them in, but they're originally from Orange Star, South Carolina.
Orange Star?
Orange Star.
Wow.
South Carolina.
Wow, I love history.
They were South Carolina Geechee.
South Carolina Geechee?
Right.
Okay.
And she met William Manigault and married him in 1920.
So during your claim to fame, Mr. Manigault, is what trade or vocation did you work through the years?
I worked 30 years for Youngstown CD2, 12 years for special busing, and then I went to Las Vegas. I worked 10 years for American Security. Wow.
Isn't that something? Well, again, I'm Joseph Napier Sr. I'm here in Youngstown, Ohio, sitting down on this calm, quiet day here in our city, the center of the heart of our city, the city's north side, right opposite of YSU, if you will, Youngstown State University, where I'm interviewing one Mr. Let's say your first name, the whole name for the camera again?
Reverend Kenneth Manigault.
Reverend Kenneth Manigault. I thank you, Kenneth Manigault, for the interview that you've consented to today. Thank you very much.
God bless you.